Hey everyone, this is David Wallman from Wallman Photography, and hopefully wanting to make a quick video for you guys about what's in my bag and how I travel when I travel. For example, I'm in a hotel room right now in Anchorage, Alaska, and this is basically all my photo gear right here in this bag for this trip. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I take and a few quick tips on like how I organize stuff, etc. So first of all, this bag is a Lowepro Pro Runner 450 AW, and I love it. It's just the right size. It fits in the airplane overhead cabin compartments. For me, it's got thick pads and hip pads for hiking, which can be tucked away if need be. And it's got lots of space inside, lots of straps, rain cover, etc. Pretty kind of an impulse buy. It was used at a camera store, but for a good price, and so I picked it up at the time that I was needing a bag, and so it's been great. As far as a tripod, I do not bring my big tripod with me every time I travel. I love this little Joby GorillaPod. Really can't speak highly enough about it. It's great. I would say this: don't get like a cheap off-brand. I tried that for like the first one, trying to save money, and it snapped on me, and I wouldn't trust putting my camera on it. And honestly, I think it's only like $30 to get like the actual one. And I put my large camera and lens on it all the time, and it's strong enough to hold it, and long enough, and good grip, and yada yada yada. So it's lightweight, and I can take it with me most places, so I normally take that as opposed to my big tripod. Specifically when I'm traveling, I just don't want to have all the extra gear with me. I try to pack pretty light. And even for backpacking, for backpacking and stuff, I normally just take this guy, and I do love it. So inside the bag, there's a few things. First of all, main camera and gear. I use a Nikon D600, which is right there. And on it right now is the 16-35 f4, the Nikon, and it is a incredibly beautiful, sharp, wide-angle lens. That I love that lens. I also have the 70-200 f4, and also love this lens. Incredibly sharp. As you know, if you have read any reviews about these two lenses, they're highly rated. I did specifically choose the f4 over the 2.8 just because I'm doing a lot of active sports and hiking, and so weight and size does make a difference to me, and so I chose the lighter and the weighter, the lighter and the smaller, and it is slightly cheaper, which is always a plus. So either way, I'm not shooting weddings. I don't need that shallow depth of field. Like I would love the shallow depth of field in some instances, but to be honest, the f4 was a good choice for me. A third lens, I do bring my Nifty 50, my 50mm 1.8, and I don't use it because of its focal length. I use it because of its aperture. I bring it along in case I need some low lighting shots, either nighttime photography or around a campfire or something like that. That's why I bring that. Moving on in my bag, let me talk real quickly about a quick tip for you that changed my life, kind of literally. This is actually something I learned from Chase Jarvis, so thank you very much, Chase. If you're watching this, I'm honored. Thank you. Either way, getting these little zipper pouches for accessories, who would have thought? And then just labeling them. It's such a great way to organize your stuff. So you can just pick these up from like Walmart. They're just point and shoot camera bags. They're just the right size. They're zippered. A little bit of durable type material. Perfect. And then I just label them with gaff tape. So this is mounts and attachments. I've got one for my GoPro, one for cables and chargers, etc. So thank you, Chase, for that. In this mounts and attachments one is pretty much all GoPro screws and mounts, smaller mounts and stuff. But I do also have a tripod head, and a small Allen wrench that goes to like one of my favorite pieces of gear, this Peak Design. They put out this piece of gear called the Capture Clip, and it is probably, if not my favorite piece of gear, definitely my like best investment. I use it all the time, and it straps on, or not straps on, but it tightens down onto your strap. Or at least I use it primarily on a strap. It could be used on a belt or anything else, but I use it on my strap, and basically it's got a small little clip that goes on the bottom in the tripod mount of your camera, and then it clips in place, and it's locked in place unless you hit the release, but it's a nice quick release for traveling, so it's always on my chest, and I can be hiking down the trail and grab it, take a shot, snap it back in, and it's locked in place. Love it. Favorite piece of gear, and I get asked about it all the time on the trail. So that's Peak Design Capture Clip, and I'll try to hopefully insert a little video there so you can see it better. But I do love that piece of gear. Highly recommend it. Well worth the money. Yeah, so that's mounts and attachments. Cables and accessories, or cables and chargers, pretty self-explanatory. Some different types of USBs, and stuff like that, card readers, but I do want to mention this. If you don't already have a battery charger for your GoPro, get one. It's so handy to be able to charge your batteries at the same time that you're using the GoPro, because normally you'd have to plug in the GoPro to charge. And so I just plug that guy in for GoPro batteries, and can even have that charging while I'm hiking, because I have this little power bank, which is amazing. It was a gift to me. It's just the brand is All Powers, but it's a small brand that I think it was an Amazon purchase. It supposedly is solar recharging, but it doesn't seem like it's a very powerful solar charger. It would have to be out in the sun for like a week, at least from my experience. So I normally charge it at home, but it still is a great power bank, so I use it for my cell phone and my GoPro all the time, and I can have stuff charging in my bag while I'm hiking, and it has like a little like flashlight on it too. Random, but awesome. So I have that power bank. That's a really helpful thing to take with me as well. I have a larger power bank as well that I keep with my laptop primarily. It can fit in here. It's not that big. Actually, let me grab it for you. Boom, I'm back. It's by ChargeTech, and they're based there in LA, and I've been very pleased with it. It's a little cheaper than the Goal Zero brands. That's typically what you would see for outdoor people. I still want to kind of play around and see with them just because they have the solar chargers and stuff, but basically it's a power bank. I can fully recharge my laptop and use it, and it's got USBs and power outlet. I do really enjoy it, and it's fairly light. It's a good size, and let's be honest, it looks cool. So either way, I have that as well. But this guy is normally what I would go backpacking with. Just a little something for my phone and GoPro batteries. I also have a charger for my camera batteries that's currently plugged into the wall. And then down here I've got some straps, like a wrist strap and my chest strap and head strap for GoPro and stuff. So that just stays here in the bottom. I've got 2 speed lights. I probably only need one. I'll take one out, but since I do enjoy working with artificial lighting a lot, I do like to keep at least one speed light with me for both on camera and off camera. Actually, I almost never use on camera flash anymore. That's a lie. I obviously don't bring my whole Elinchrom strobe setup with me and light modifiers, but it's nice to have an option if I want to, stick this in a tent, or that typical shot that everyone takes, or anything else. So I do keep that with me as well. Now another little tip. So I also have in here a blower, dust blower. I normally don't clean my stuff out on the road. I normally only clean it at home, but I have it with me in case a large dust speck or something gets on there. So, big tip number 2. It's probably not that big a tip, but it seems like a big tip. Organizing batteries. So I keep all fresh, fully charged batteries in here, and once they're dead, they go in here. It seems really simple to me, but I've seen a lot of people that keep all their batteries dead and charged in the same spot, and then they stick it in their camera and it's like, oh, that one's dead, well, I'll try the next one. Just keep them separate. It makes a lot of sense. And then when I get home, I just, oh, there's nothing to charge, or like, oh, there's batteries in here, I need to charge them. So I keep batteries for GoPro and camera located separately. Also, I do have some AA batteries, and wanted to share a little trick with you that I came up with, or at least I'm sure someone else has thought of it. But basically, instead of keeping a separate case that's like marked as charged and uncharged or something, I always keep them in the same case, and here's how I know whether they are charged or not. This is just the way my brain works, but the way electricity works is positive to negative creates the circuit, the flow. So if I have my batteries alternating, positive, negative, then I know that they have a charge. There's flow there. If they are all facing in the same direction, there's no flow. and so that's how I know they're dead and need to be charged. And that works even if you just have 2 batteries. Are they opposing or are they the same direction? Just another fun little tip for you. So that's how I keep that in track. I do also carry in this pouch some graduated neutral density filters and some polarizers, and a remote, wired remote for time lapses and stuff as well. And to be honest, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the gear that I take with me. Oh, and audio stuff. I do have a lavalier mic. It's not working right now, though, so that's why I'm not using it. But I am using kind of the little shotgun onboard mics of my Zoom, what is it, H4n? Yeah, H4n. And I could have gotten the smaller one. I think it's the H1. I chose to get this one, even though it's a bit bulkier and heavier, mostly just because I think I will end up using it in the future because I want to do more video stuff. It's got more jacks and more options than the smaller one. The smaller one would fit very nicely in the pocket, though, for vlogging and other stuff. But either way, so I do have that as far as audio as well. Otherwise, that pretty much sums up my lenses that I take with me, my bag, the 2 big tips of organizing. Get these little zipper bags. You can also get, like, sometimes pencil pouches will work, but they're odd sizes. But either way. And then also just the way to keep your batteries organized, including AA's. Oh, and the other cable I did want to mention that's really comes in pretty handy for me is this little guy. It's an Apple-specific product. Basically, you plug your camera in via USB to that guy, and this goes into your phone, and you can import the photos directly from your camera onto your phone. If you have a camera that has the Wi-Fi ability, you don't need that, but I'm not that fancy. This allows me, if I'm not near my computer for a couple days or something, I can share Instagram photos directly from my camera instead of taking them on my camera, and I can get better quality images this way and keep my Instagram feed looking fresh, like I try to do. Either way, that's basically everything in my bag. And just about sums it up. If you have any questions or comments or something, please leave them below. Hopefully this was helpful. Please go ahead and subscribe as well. There will be more videos on the way. I'm just kind of getting started with the YouTube channel, but there will be more coming of reviews and behind the scenes and stuff like that. So please subscribe if that interests you at all. But otherwise, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out. Hope it was helpful, and I will catch you next time.